Right, a new CNN original series follows the creation of one of the most well-known social media platforms of all time, Twitter. In 2006, a group of tech visionaries came together to create this social media app, and in just a few short years, it transformed the way people all over the globe communicated with each other. And 18 years ago, Twitter took off at the South by Southwest Festival.
South by Southwest was honestly the start of my social life as I know it. My closest friends are in tech, and it really started at South by Southwest. Twitter felt like this massive, huge group text where just everyone was letting everyone know about everything that was cool that was happening.
In this session today, we're going to be talking about...
I was in the back of one of the theaters and someone was giving a talk, and when I looked out, I saw all of the laptops had twitter.com up. It was just a sea of everyone using twitter.com, and I was like, whoa, this is weird. I got like kind of tingly.
We would be glued to our phones, like walking down the sidewalk in Austin, looking at like, oh wait, oh, there's a cool party happening here, and there's a bunch of people over here. It just became this instant way of meeting up with people.
A true social connector. Joining us right now, more of the lady we just saw, filmmaker and Antarctic explorer Ariel Waldman. Ariel, great to see you. So from that clip, we understood that it really took off during the South by Southwest almost 18 years ago. You were describing just, people telling each other about parties and gatherings via Twitter. So how did that change everything as you knew it to be?
I mean, it was incredibly exhilarating because I was living in Kansas City at the time and just reading about all of these blogs and websites and cool people doing cool stuff. And so getting to go to South by Southwest and actually meet all of the people behind those blogs and websites and getting to see what they were up to through Twitter was a big game changer, because then I could instantly see, what cool parties were happening, what good food people were eating. It was a way to sort of have ambient awareness both about my own friends and people that I wanted to get to know at South by Southwest.
Wow. Why do you think that South by Southwest was really such a pivotal moment, I guess, testing ground for it? And why is it so many people trusted Twitter all at once to be on it?
I think it was something where South by Southwest was really a mecca, especially in 2007 for a lot of geeks and nerds who were online. And, the blogging blogosphere, as it was called, was taking off at that point and had been taking off for several years. But we didn't really have a way to effectively connect with one another. And so it was really Twitter that came in and gave us the ability to, have this awareness of other people, see what was going on, and doing it in real time, which was really the game changer. There were location apps and the like at that point where you could see where your friends were, but there wasn't really a way to see into other people's lives. And at that point, it just really took off because everyone is at South by Southwest. So it was a little microcosm of being able to test this in the real world of how it can have a huge effect.
So it's one thing that everybody was, in the same city, in the same state and communicating, and suddenly they all felt like they were in the same room. And it's another that Twitter also, I guess, became a conduit of bringing the entire globe together. Suddenly you're conversing with people who are miles and miles away, but they feel like they're right there.
Really, it's all about the fact that being able to connect with other people. And for me, that was connecting with other researchers and interesting people in a way where you could get to know people that you otherwise wouldn't be able to know. And you could follow events happening around the world that you wouldn't be able to follow, not in real time. And so in that way, it really did add to both news and a way of connecting with other people, in your community and beyond. And I think prior to that, really all we had were blog posts and being able to read people's accounts, but not in a real-time way, and also not in sort of a more boring way. It was actually Twitter that was made fun of for so many years as being just a platform where you could see what someone was having for lunch. Mm-hmm. And on one hand, that sounds really boring. On the other hand, it's having that ambient awareness of other people that I think actually tapped into something that's really useful.
Ariel Waldman, thank you so much. Those are all the upsides. There are some downsides, too. And for that, folks can tune in to the new CNN original series, Twitter, Breaking the Bird, that premieres tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific right here on CNN.